Welcome everybody to round 2 of the Shakedown Xbox Racing League's Amateur Series, coming to you from a very soggy looking OULTON Park. This looks like it's going to be a bit of a challenge for these new guys trying to join the Pro Series. So, just connecting in now with Smooth Tommy. How are you, Tommy?
Hey, good mate, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Just made it home.
Nice.
So it looks like we've got a very soggy track here today.
Yeah, she's pretty wet. It's actually, the rain has eased up a little bit, so you might see some times come down a bit. But they were, yeah, it's the same top three as last week with that are pretty tight. So hopefully maybe the rest of the field can catch up a little bit.
Nice.
But yeah, finally got the Shakedown stream going, so we've got 2 streams tonight, which should be good.
Excellent, good. Excellent. So we're down on a few numbers for tonight.
Yeah, we're missing 2. So Gilso's out and Andrew Green's out.
Right.
So 2 drivers out, but yeah, obviously there's still the similar gap as to last week. So I think definitely you've got your top 3 contenders for this year.
Yep.
Providing that they keep it clean in the pits, and obviously Metal Shooter and Subs Envy both making the mistakes in the pits last week have got those issues rectified and have a clean pit stop and not lose time changing tyres when you don't need to. So
yeah,
and obviously
definitely.
Subs has now got 5 rounds of getting the best results he possibly can for a chance at the championship after being disqualified at the end of the race last week for not.
Yeah, that would have definitely hurt him.
Yeah, it's 0 points, and the points in this series are different from the main series in Shakedown. So tonight's, whereas these events revert back to the say the Formula 1 style points, so 25 points for first place and 18 for second and so on. Still 2 points qualifying, still a point for fastest lap, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, there's not obviously a huge amount of points up for offer, but if you don't get any points, you're really
every point's going to count, isn't it?
Yeah. So really, if you miss a round and everyone else is consistently in the top 3, like it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, you're going to need every round to claw back. Yep.
Yep.
Definitely.
So, but even yeah, obviously, yeah. So we'll see what Subs can do, but
well,
yeah,
they're very close at the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Considering the conditions.
Yeah, I haven't been on board Subs yet, but I've been on board Shooter and Machin, and they've really been pushing the car pretty hard in the conditions. So good to see them having a good crack. Interesting, actually. We're on board with James Machin at the moment, and the rain doesn't seem to be bothering, and not even using wipers, so that just tells us that the rain is easing up.
Yep. Yeah, I've just jumped on board with Subs just to have a bit of a look, and yeah, there's not a lot of rain on the windscreen, but he's got the wipers going flat out because he's got his hands full. So yeah, whether he's looking at a dry setup on wets, just to try to keep the car quick. But he's up 3/10 on his best lap.
This will put him to the top.
Yeah, 52.6.
There we go, that's to the top just.
So I wonder whether the track's starting to dry out a little bit and we're going to get a dry line.
It looks like still a fair bit of rain coming down, so I don't think it's dried enough to get a dry line just yet.
Yep.
It'd be very interesting to see what setups guys have gone for, though. Whether, like you said, if they've gone for an aggressive dry setup with slick, with wets, and hope, because obviously if they have gone with that setup and during the race it does seem to dry up, then they'll be super quick. But At the moment, Brad or Subs Envy is he's almost 2 tenths up again. So
Yeah, we're still on board with him. He's going on with it, and he's improving as he goes.
Look at that. Yeah,
up to
he's
4
getting
tenths
better. now. Yep. So he's just looks like he's finding more grip mid-corner, but sacrificing a little bit of extra speed there. So he's definitely pushing it, coming into the corner a bit harder and a bit faster mid-corner.
Yeah.
So you see there, just mid-corner, he's up again another 2 tenths. So there's 6 tenths now. So yeah, he's finding grip in the track now.
So whether he's put a little bit more pressure in his tyres in that quick stop that he did. I mean, we had a bash around here last night with late night in the cat and mouse series, and you find with the M2 you can hold a bit of mid-throttle through the corners, which does carry your speed through as well.
Yeah.
A bit too deep there.
Yeah. He's obviously pushing pretty hard, and which is fine in practice. He can get away with it, but wants to find those limits and not exceed them in the race.
Well, Matchin's now up 4 tenths as well, so he's retaliating.
Drying out. Funny, obviously, he's up there half a second now, so it's quite interesting actually. Even though it's practice, people would still use it as a qualifying session and compare themselves to everyone else's time, and usually the end of practice becomes a qualifying session anyway, just for bragging rights, who can get their name on top.
That's it.
These guys can probably, probably use a little bit more curb here. These cars are pretty fine over curbs, so.
Yeah, I do know that right-hand curb in that chicane there. If you try to take it, it's a very violent bump. Yeah, it's very shocking. But everywhere else, except for there, is a really bad bump on the exit. But everywhere else, you can really take curb.
Yeah, where he's just lost time there, he's run the outside of the tyre off the edge of the curb, and there's actually quite a drop.
Yep.
But it does actually slow you down.
He's gone wide there too.
Yeah, once you're wide that part of the track, you can't get it back. But yeah, when you drop a tyre off on that exit curb, it's just a matter of getting on the throttle a touch too early, and you run a tyre off the off the exit curb, and it actually hinders you run all the way to the next corner. So it's a bit of a longer straight than people realise. It's not much of a straight, but you're on the throttle for a fair long time, and you lose quite a bit of time running that tyre off the edge.
Yep. You've got to see our mate Pickles back as well, back for a bit of vengeance.
Yeah, your teammate.
Yep, I'd spoken to him earlier today because he did the LNR race last night too, and he was just getting left for dead, and I actually lapped him twice in an M2, and we thought something was up, and he did a calibration check on his wheel and pedals, and he was only getting half throttle and a quarter brake. So whether that's deteriorated over weeks down to that stage, so he said he was going to do a full system checks tonight. So hopefully he's got that all rectified and he's getting 100% on both.
Hopefully, because that's a
huge difference, man.
Yep.
Like especially when you're in an M2 and the two cars in front of you are pulling away a second and a half a sector. Yeah. That's got to play with your mind. So hopefully this is giving him a bit of a peace of mind, and he can get in and have a good crack at it.
Yep. Yeah, it's not fun when you don't have full throttle and almost no brakes, so especially in these cars that aren't, even though they don't have a huge amount of power and top speed, you're still on the brakes pretty early. So Matchin is actually up 7.5 tenths at the moment, so he's going to get into the 51s with this lap if he stays on it. So good climbing, almost 8 tenths.
Nice.
Yeah, the
track definitely
must be track still looks pretty wet, so maybe they're just finding a little bit more grip, getting their pressure a bit closer to the mark. But yeah, he's getting a lot of more speed in the corner, so definitely the track's definitely finding some grip.
Yeah, good lap, 51.5.
Something's happened. I've just had a connection failure, so I'll be back.
Oh, righto.
Yeah. So I missed all that. So
yeah, you managed a 51.58.
Nice.
But now Purple Wave he's up 1.8 seconds on his best.
Oh, I'll be.
He's up 2 seconds now. He's pushing pretty hard, so definitely we're starting to get a bit more grip on this track.
I'm gonna have to come back and just have to reboot the game. So
Yeah, no dramas, man. He's up 2.7, 2.8 seconds. 1 corner to go. Nice turn in there. Carried a bit of mid-speed. What has he got? A 54.7. That puts him up into 5th. That's a pretty good result. So we've just got over a minute of practice left.
I'll come in before it ends.
And it looks like it's only Pickle and Subs out on track at the moment. Oh, no, Subs is in the pits. Just not showing it on the board. So still pretty close in the top 3. There's just 1.2 seconds between them.
Yeah.
But they are getting faster as they go.
Yeah, I'd say both Subs and Shooter had pulled out of obviously practice before matching had set that lap. But it's definitely a benchmark time for them to chase now.
Yep.
So the track is drying up, so we'll see what happens with qualifying, which is going to start pretty soon. Pickle's out on track. He must be the only one.
Yep, he's just bailed out of it.
Yep.
So here we go into practice, into qualifying.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Let's get a... so we've got one through practice. So only 6 in tonight. Purple Wave actually jumping in front of Pickle there for 5th at the end of that one.
Yeah, he was on a cracker, mate. He was up, 2 seconds on his best lap.
Yeah. Actually, Matchin's showing a fair bit of potential tonight. He's done the least amount of laps, and he's a second up on the field, so that's pretty good. So he's on the ball tonight with fastest sector 2 and 3, and with a 151.582, then the only one into the 51s at the moment. Subs Envy was second quickest, the quickest in sector 1 though. But actually, see, sector 1 was 4/10 up on Matchin, so
Yep.
we'll see what the guys can do.
Well, it looks like between practice and qualifying, we've had a bit of time, and the track is very, very soaked again now. So I don't believe they'll get as quick at this stage as their final practice runs.
Well, there's no rain, so the rain's going to stop pretty soon. If they can get out there and... Oh, I've just been disconnected again.
Serious? So everyone's now out on track.
Can you take a photo of the practice results for me, Jared? Because I'm going to lose them now when I reconnect.
Yep.
I don't know what's happening with internet my end, but it's quite frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I've had no dramas at this stage, so...
Oh, back again.
Nice. Try for round 2. So everyone at this stage is just doing a warm-up, pretty much.
Yep.
I don't think anyone's on a flyer as of yet.
Yeah, I've definitely lost the practice results, so you're going to have to send them in to me.
Yeah, I've got a screenshot, mate. Well, Looks like Sub's about to start a flyer.
All right, well, let's jump on board Subs.
Oh, he's run really wide there.
Yep. I would say these guys just need to go out and do some laps.
Yeah, I don't think they quite understand how wet it is at the moment. Just need to go a little bit easier.
Yeah, but the more they're out there, the more it gets the water off the track, because I think it's going to, look what the forecast is saying, it's going to stop raining pretty soon. So in the next few minutes. So the more they're out there, the more water they can get off the track, and the faster times they're going to do. So obviously the times are going to come at the end of the session, but they still need to be out there.
Yeah, they just got to build their speed lap after lap.
Yeah.
Sometimes in these situations too, it's better just to have a lap banked, because then if everyone else is going to try to push and mistakes happen, you never know, you can start pushing your way up the ladder that way as well. So it's a good skill just to bank a lap, have a time in there that is semi-competitive,
decent,
so you can fall back too.
Yep. But that's it, something, just getting a lap in and then working from there.
Yep. I mean, they've got 10 minutes, so there's at least, five laps.
Yeah.
5-6 laps, so you can work into it, and that way you build your tyre pressure up, get the temperature into your tyres, and then have a good crack towards the end of the stint.
So Machin's actually already done a 52.6, so he's only a second away from his fastest practice time, and he's currently 4 tenths up.
Nice.
So the track's much wetter, but doesn't seem to be holding him up. He's now half a second up, so he's definitely closing in on a 51 again already.
Yeah, the only other one, Purple Wave, he's up 2 tenths on his best lap. He's on for a low 55.
And he's currently second at the moment.
Yep.
So on the front row. So
yeah, Match has now gained another tenth, so he's up to 7 tenths.
Yep. Yeah, he's on track to get into the 51s on this lap. He's got to stick it.
Yeah, good exit there. Just this last corner, you can be very eager to dive on the brakes late. You just want to get it on nice and early and get it turned in. Yeah, nice, smooth. .52 dead. And he's staying on it. He's already up 2 tenths on turn 1. But Masso, he's up 9 tenths on his best lap, which is a 154.6. So obviously the track is starting to come to him.
Yep. Everyone else seems to be struggling, so Machin's really got a big gap to second. So at the moment, Shooter's done a 53.8, and he's 8 tenths down on his lap. So the guys seem to be struggling in the weather, or maybe they're waiting for the better conditions to come. But I think unless they start putting some times, Machin's really onto something here.
Unless Machin's pretty much stood his tyres up, taking a bit of camber out, and everyone else is staying with that aggressive style, that could be a possibility why he's actually marching ahead of everyone. But Masso, he's going on with it, and he's 1.2 seconds up on his best lap. He's just coming up to the final corner now.
This will put him in second place.
Nice and smooth out there.
This will put him on the front row.
53.2, good time.
All the laps count at the moment because, like you said, there's only a handful of laps left in qualifying. Because they're only just under 2 minutes. There's only 7 minutes left, so 3 or 4 laps qualifying's over.
Shooter's just done a 54.6.
Yeah,
that's put him up into third.
He was already third.
Was he?
He was second. Yep.
And he's just run wide there, turn 3. So maybe just a quick change in the pits and have another crack.
It's good to see Brad doing well in the series. He's actually our 3rd driver now for the representing Shakedown for the GT3 and GT4 series coming up.
Yeah, right. So
we picked him up.
I was going to say, how's that going to work if he wins the AM?
We're going to find a new driver.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. As much as I love to see him win, I also hope he doesn't and stays one of our drivers.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for him, but
everyone's not really picking up any time, except for Matchen's pretty much matching his time. He's a little bit slower than his best, but no one else is really pushing at the moment.
He's got the wet weather set up dialed. He's way above everyone else.
But we've still got just over 5 minutes to go, so there's still plenty of laps to be done.
Yep. Well, Sub's just done 153.5, but that would have been invalidated, so...
Yep.
Because it hasn't registered, but that's still a fair bit off the mark compared to Chen, but that does put him... See what he can do if he actually does a clean lap. That would effectively put him 3rd. If the Pickles had a big off. That looks like turn 1.
Yeah, straight back to the pits.
Yeah.
Bit of a change up there and have another crack. Still got time.
Yep.
Oh, Subs has had an incident at the hairpin. So whether he's carried a little bit too much speed and touched the grass, but he's back on track. Doesn't look like he's got any damage.
Oh, that's Mason. Meso.
No, I've got Subs on the screen.
All right.
Just going through the back chicane.
Yep, I see that now. Mason also had a bit of a spin coming out of the back hairpin. Everyone's obviously pushing.
Yeah, definitely.
There's enough time for a couple more laps and qualifying's finished.
Yep, that's it.
But the truck doesn't seem to be getting any drier.
No. Well, you can see I was just on board Metal Shooter. He's pushing, trying to get up a bit more, but the grip's just not there.
Doesn't seem to be there, but Matchen's definitely found it wherever it is.
Oh, big slide there.
Yep.
Big, mate.
I saw that. Yeah, that'd be a return to the pits, yep. So Pickles sitting in the pits, I'd say he's had enough of qualifying.
Yep. We're still down at 6. I was going to say, we're still yet to see a lap come out from Subs. And he's invalidated this lap too, so he's going to want to make sure the next lap is a good clean one, just to get some positions.
Yep. He's just got to move up, even if he moves off the back road to the middle road. He doesn't want to get held up by the slower drivers.
That's it. He just needs to bank a decent lap.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be super fast, just a decent lap.
Yep. It looks like Matchen's actually up 2 tenths here. So he's going to climb into the 51s, but just miles in front of everyone else, I think. Even Stephen Purple Wave is up at the moment, so he's up 4/10. He could possibly get into the 54s. Pickle's coming out.
Nice.
Probably a little bit too late.
Yeah, he probably won't get a lap. Yeah.
Yeah, he won't. There's only a minute and a half left, and it takes almost 2 minutes to get around here, so Drew left a little bit late to set a lap. Maybe just a setup change and just seeing how it feels. Here we go, on board with Brad again on subs.
He's lost a lot of speed through turn 1. He's dropping time like nothing else.
Yeah, I don't think that's correct, because he hasn't set a time. I don't know what that's, if there's no reference, so I think that's actually incorrect.
Well, I hope so, because that's not like him.
Meso's up, he possibly, he's invalidated, so that's the end of his qualifying.
Oh, Subs has gone wide again at the hairpin. So he's not going to get around for another lap, so he's going to start last.
Yep.
He's straight back to the pits.
Yep.
But there's time in the race. There's time to make your way through. But like you said, you don't really want to be having to battle with other people and lose time to the front runners.
Actually, Purple Wave is a second, 1.2 seconds up at the moment, so that's pretty good. That's a 154.6 roughly. I don't think that's going to move.
He's going on. He's 1.4, 1.5, 1.6.
Not get close.
He's getting there. 54.2 up to 4.
Nice.
Good work.
Oh, he should have stayed on.
Oh, Masso got disqualified.
Yeah, right.
What happened there?
That's unfortunate. Don't know. Driving in the wrong direction.
Oh.
Well, that's third place out, so that actually moves
Purple Wave
up.
Nice.
Yeah. Well done. Well, he was in the second row anyway, but that's really good to see from him.
And that's moved Pickle to 4th.
Yep.
That's a costly error.
Yeah, that's completely out for the session. So unfortunately, that's his night over. Can't take that one back.
No.
But well done, Matchin.
Yeah,
Second
good lap.
race, well, actually, third race of Shakedown. So he raced Tuesday night in the Porsche Cup Series.
Yep.
Did pretty well actually for his first one.
He managed
so that was good
5th, I think. Because he was in the battle pack just behind me with is it Immort Nick?
That's Nicholas Carter.
Yep. Yeah.
In the 711.
That's it. Yep. Those two were directly behind me, and they were keeping with me for some time, which was quite good. Not having their own little battle pack there.
That's Meso was on for a second place there, or front row start anyway. He's now disqualified, so that leaves us 5 drivers. Doesn't really change anything for subs. He still starts at the back.
Yep.
And he's going to have to contend with Pickle and Purple Wave to get through. He's got the pace. He was doing 53s. He just couldn't settle up, so he's got the pace to pass them. But I think by the time he gets past, he might be too far behind first and second, because I think there's still quite a bit of gap there in times. But you know.
But it'll be quite interesting coming into the race on weather and tyre selection.
Yep.
So whether we start with a wet track and the guys start on wets, or whether the track's going to dry mid-race. And
well, there you go. It's a dry track with
a little bit of rain
startings.
Yep.
So this makes it hard for these guys. So you still don't know. There's rain in 30 minutes, heavy rain in 30 minutes, maybe some rain starting in 10 minutes. I would start with slicks with the pressures. If this was me, I'd be on slicks with the pressures up.
Yep.
So they're going to overheat at the start of the race, but just you can run them long into. Well, when the rain's coming down, you can run them a bit longer before you actually switch over to wets if you need to.
Yeah.
So while you've got warm tyres, sometimes it's not worth changing them.
Yeah, exactly. But then some do opt for starting with wets and overheating the wets until the track starts to rain as well, and then they cool down. I've seen many people try that. Sometimes it works. It just depends on how long that rain will hold off for. But like 10 minutes is quite a long time to have to wait.
Yeah. I'd always, if in doubt, I'll always start on slicks.
Yeah, exactly. And considering that they have to do a compulsory stop, even though it is only for fuel, I dare say everyone will be in the same boat. You know, might as well just start with your slicks, go to your wets when it starts to rain.
Well, must say well done to Match in his first pole position.
Absolutely, good job.
So he had win. So he's had a win last week, pole tonight. So
he's on a roll.
Come out of the blue. Come out of the blues, and he just joined the league. And
considering the tricky conditions too, he's managed to hold it and go on with it and set a pretty good lap time.
Yep. Unfortunately, I didn't record last year's Legend Series laps, so there's no reference for me to refer back to what we were doing last year in Legend Series. So
yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Well, I mean, I was managing last night 49 fives, I think.
Was that dry weather?
And that was in dry.
Okay, yep.
So considering they were in the 50s, 51, 52s, that's pretty good. You know, they're only going to get faster. So.
Well, you'll see some good times now, I think. If it was me tonight, starting at the front, I would just put slicks on, plenty of fuel on it, and just go as long as I possibly could.
Yep. Alright, so the boys were getting ready for their formation lap. Matcham leaves them away.
Yeah, we've got a yellow front row again.
Yeah.
Looks like Mason's on the grid, I think, by the looks of that. Just starting at the back. So he's been disqualified from qualifying, but he's allowed to race, which is good. So we still have 6, so he's just forming up at the back. So still in it.
Nice. And he'll be trying to push his way through too, because he'll be eager to make up for that mistake.
Yeah. But this is, I don't think these guys have had any. Oh, Stevens had a little bit of a bit of fun there. Just lost the rear and nearly turned it around by the looks of that. But I don't think these guys have had any dry weather running. So whether they've used slicks at all on this in practice, I don't know. I think it's been wet for the entire event, so I'm pretty sure must have been on wets for the whole thing. So, which would be good. It means they've got 2 sets of fresh slicks to use. But there's no doubt that they would all be on fresh slicks at the moment.
Oh, definitely. Considering you look at the track and there's not a speck of water on it.
Yep. Because they've only it is set. They've only got allowed 2 sets of slick tyres per event now. So.
Yeah, right. So use one pretty much for practice and quali, or put your second set on for one hot lap of quali and then bank that for your race. It's what do you do?
Yeah, I probably would because qualifying so short. I'd just probably slap a fresh set at the start of qualifying. It just depends your pace relative to everyone else. If you can get away with an old set and still be quicker, then you go that and then throw a fresh set on for the race. If you can manage that. You probably want to start qualifying on the set you started practice on. But again, because it was so wet, I don't think these guys even went out on slicks. So they probably went out on wets.
Yeah.
So they probably all got two fresh sets.
I was going to say, when it is wet, is it unlimited wets? Or can you limit the wets?
No, I can't. It's just unlimited wets pretty much. They can keep throwing fresh wets on.
So we're going double file now. good to see no one actually completely spun out on the warm-up lap this time.
Have we lost someone?
Basso. I don't. He's in the pits.
He's in the pits.
I don't know what's happened there. Whether he's had a moment.
Unless he's started on the wrong tyre and realised he's, who knows? But he's starting from pits. He's still in the race. He's just
Green light. Go, go, go.
Got the green.
So he's in the pit lane. He's just dropped. So he will be coming out soon, hopefully. To I'd say Shooter's going to be pretty aggressive here.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's good to see Purple Wave starting from third and see how long he can hang with the leaders. So far, so good. He's right there.
Yep. Well, Masso's just left the pit lane now.
Yep.
Oh, Purple Wave on the
Stevens
grass.
had a moment.
Yep.
Yeah, he's held it.
He's held it on. Well done.
Yep.
Pickle's looking up the inside.
Yeah, he dropped the place, unfortunately. So he probably needs to give that one to Pickle and not fire for it just yet. It is a 45-minute race.
Yeah, Pickle's just backed out of it.
Oh, yeah, he's got it back. That's good. Good to see. But those guys have already dropped to 2.5 seconds. This is where Subs needs to get through.
Yep.
If he wants to catch the guys at the front, because like you see, they're already 3 seconds down from the leaders.
It's a really hard track to pass on this one. There's not really a lot of great opportunities. But you just got to get your run out of the corners. Like Subs now, if he just bites his time through these two right-handers and takes a lot of speed, he'll be able to shoot down the inside of Pickle here.
Yep. Yeah, he's all over the back of Pickle.
He's having a look.
And here we go. There's a dive there. Oh, it hasn't got it done yet. He's got the run out of the corner though.
Then he'll be on the inside for turn one.
Hit nice and clean. It's very good.
Yeah.
Good racing.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh,
straight into Pickle.
Again.
He hit that inside curb and it just spat him into Pickle.
Yep.
Oh God, man. He still hasn't shaken that cat.
No.
He's not going to be happy with that.
He would have taken a little bit of damage, hopefully not too much.
Then here comes the rain. Starting to spit.
Pit window's open.
Oh, Machin's run wide at the hairpin. Metal Shooter's all over him now. Yeah, considering it said 10 minutes until the rain started, that was only just over, what, 6 minutes?
Oh, that's, it's just a, that forecast is just saying it will be raining in 10 minutes, but that rain can start anywhere within that period of time.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yes, you're right now. You know, it's 6 seconds back to the Purple Wave, so yeah, Subs is going to find a rule already. It's only lap 2, and that's a fair gap to close up, especially when these guys are on the money with their pace.
Yeah, it's not like Metal and Machin are going to really be holding each other up. They're going to be working together at some stages to keep themselves fast. Oh, Sub's looking for a switchback here. He's up alongside Purple Wave, and he's on the inside for turn 1. Let's see if he can make it clean this lap.
Yeah, he's got it in.
Well, Purple's giving him a little nudge. They both run wide. Both kept his foot into it.
Oh, Purple Wave's giving it back.
Yeah, he's not taking that easy.
Yep. So there you go. Subs is now nearly 8 seconds to catch Metal Shooter, but that last lap too, Machin did a 1:49, 9/10 quicker than Shooter. So at the moment, Machin is quite quick, and he's nearly half a second up, so he's looking at a 48. super fast.
And he's just pulling away. He's now just on 2 seconds ahead of Metal Shooter.
Yeah, both these guys are gone at the moment. 10 seconds back to subs, so these guys are just gone. Oh, he's made a mistake here. No, he is up. He's fast.
Yeah, Shooter's pushing so hard, but Machin's just pulling away.
Yep. He's got that cup dialed in the wet and in the dry.
And like Shooter's on for a 49 here too. 49.9 against a 49.1. Wow.
Yeah, just fast up the race, 49.1, and he made a mistake that lap, so. And subs with a 51, so he's got quite a lot of time to catch up. He's going to, if he even wants to catch the guys up front. But the rain's just starting to come down heavy on the windshield there.
Yep. I don't know what happened with Masso, because like when the race started, he was in the pits for like another 25 seconds, and he's still 20 seconds behind Pickle.
I'm not sure.
So I don't know whether he did a change, but he should have been at the end of pit lane ready to go after the green flag and the last car went past.
It just if he's returned to garage, then it would have given him a little bit of
2.5 minute wait.
Like,
yeah, true.
Whether it might have been a 2.5 minute wait or not.
Usually that's the compulsory. Once you fast track back to the pits, you've got to wait that 2.5 minutes. But you can do changes to your car and everything in that 2.5 minutes, but you physically can't leave the pit bay. So that's the issue that he's had.
Started on the wrong tyre.
Yep.
I would say he started on wets and realised he was on wets, and which is the right call to do if you're on wets mistakenly in those conditions. I think he made the right call by just switching over to slicks, because you want to leave your options open. You don't want to have to come in and pit early, change tyre, and late in the race conditions change. You need to come into the pits and change tyres again. And you just it's another minute and a half. You're taking yourself out of the race.
Yeah, definitely. Machin's pulled a gap here. Mate. He's pulled a 3.7 second gap on Metal Shooter.
He's gone.
But yeah,
Stubbs is closing the gap on Shooter as well. Or is that yeah, he is.
He's slowly closing it. Yeah. But yeah, what were you saying about Pickles had a moment? Oh, and he's hit the fence. Oh, and he looks like he's got major damage there. That's through that fast sweeping left, heading up to the hairpin.
He's just not happy.
Mate, he just can't take a trick, can he?
No.
Yeah, he's got bad understeer now with so much damage on the front. Yeah, he's best off just now coming in, put the wets on, do your damage, and just drive it to the end.
Yeah. But I'm actually impressed with Purple Wave. He's fastest up to 52.6, and he's a second and a bit up at the moment. So, and he's not really much slower than Brad and then Subs Envy. He's 6 seconds back, but the gap isn't. So it's good to see him just how much he's improving.
Absolutely. The more track time you get, the better you're going to get at it. And yeah, he's just coming on leaps and bounds, mate. I'm getting glitches here. Like, I'm getting glitches of everyone ending up back into pit lane for a split second and then back on track, and I'm like, no.
All right. Hopefully
I'm
they
like,
drop out.
yeah.
Well, the gaps have seemed to. Oh, he's almost a little bit wide there. But the gaps seem to have sort of settled a little bit, so he's Matchin's not pulling away from Shooter anymore.
Yeah, well, Masso's
Still
taking
3.5
his compulsory stop now.
But
So
Subs
he's
has
the
got
first
the
to blink
time
to go
down
for
to-
wets.
Oh, yep. I don't.
I don't know whether it's the right call to come in this early, because it doesn't quite
No.
look like the track's wet enough.
Pickle's in as well, where he needs to fix his car, so you get his stop out the way.
Yep.
I would still head out in slicks. But Matchin's made a couple mistakes this lap, and it's allowed Shooter to gain a few tenths. I think the track's starting to lose. It's starting to lose traction in on the track here. Because he's made a few mistakes, but the gap's back to 3.5 seconds still.
Yep. He's maintaining the gap, like even with a few little mistakes, he knows that he can push again and grab that little gap back again, and he's just maintaining it, keeping it at 3.5 at the moment. He's doing a really good job of that. What's his lap time? 51.3. Yeah.
So
a 51.2.
Mason down under is out with a completed compulsory stop. Subs Envy is actually the fastest on track at the moment in these conditions. So while it's a little bit wetter, he's the quickest on track. So he's catching the guys in front. Quickly.
Yeah, he's coming up to Shooter very quickly.
Yep.
So whether he's
Shooter's
just found that
still-
nice groove that's working for him.
Yeah, they've definitely slowed down, so there's definitely less grip in the track. But even so,
Pickle's had another moment. Oh, I just caught the tail end of that. He's just spun off and he's fast tracked to the pits.
Yeah.
Keep at it, mate. I mean, when you're not in a familiar car, and especially with a technical little track like this and water, it can get quite frustrating if you're not in sync with it. But that's where you just need to get out and just start slowly, like build your confidence back into it.
Yep. It is hard because you know when you're in that mindset and you're in that rut, it's very hard to get out of it because you obviously you know every person that gets in a race car and they want to win.
Yeah.
So you're still comparing yourself to the guys in front, but sometimes you just gotta forget about everyone else and just get some confidence back.
That's it.
To start from scratch and start doing some times and working on that. But yeah, it's just I can kind of relate to him. He's,
I
he wouldn't
feel
be very
for him.
happy.
Yeah, definitely. But Subs Envy now can see the back of Shooter's car, so he'll know that he's in sight and he's gaining on him.
Like I said, in these conditions, he's the fastest guy out there. So it was over 10 seconds to the lead, and now it's only 8 seconds.
Yep.
So there's still time. Wouldn't that be a good story to tell? Start from the back of the grid and
Absolutely. And I mean, even with a pit stop to go, you know, we all know that if you don't hit those markers bang on, there's a couple of seconds there where your car resets. You know, if you get it spot on and Matchin and Shooter don't make that right stop, there's a few extra seconds you can gain there as well. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this could be the fairy tale story that Subs needs after last round.
Yes, even Matchin, he's nearly 2.5 seconds off his normal time. So the track's definitely getting wet.
Yep.
I'd say the tyres are starting to get pretty cold now. But still, is it worth going onto wets?
Yeah, I don't quite reckon just yet. It's not.
Oh, Matchin's had a big off. He has had a big off. He's put it into the wall hard.
Oh, yeah, a lot of damage there.
Yep. That's going to take him out of the race lead. So there's Shooter gone through for the race lead.
Oh.
Now we'll just see how much time
And Subs has gone
he's in
through.
the pits for. Yep. That is a big off.
Wow.
He'll be so unhappy with himself. That was a doozy.
Oh, I just caught the tail end of that when he came back on track.
Yep. Purple Wave almost done the same thing then.
He's got a lot of damage. He had scratches on the front, but now the bonnet's flapping around a bit too, so...
Yeah, I'd say the conditions are getting a little bit difficult to drive in at the moment because these guys are way down on their times. They're basically doing what they were doing in wet conditions, so it might be time to come in for wets.
Yep.
Pickle's back out, that's good, he's sticking with it.
Nice.
But that puts Purple Wave up in the third, and with that amount of damage, see Purple Wave's 30 seconds down, he's definitely had an off somewhere.
Yep.
But with the amount of damage that Matchin could have taken on, Purple Wave could actually, find himself on a podium. Matchin's already coming out, so car looks to be fixed.
Well, Subs has taken another second out of Shooter. He's down to 4.4 now.
Yeah, he's flying in these conditions at the moment.
He is fighting it quite a bit, so whether it's getting close to time to throw those wets on.
I definitely think so. See, Shooter's lost a lot of time in this last sector. He's down to 3 seconds now.
Oh, they're going to go for another lap.
I'm just going to return to pits and have a look at the track's not too wet yet. It's only so greasy, but there's a lot of rain coming, so there's going to be a lot of rain at the end of this race.
Oh, Metal Shooter's had a big moment there.
Ooh.
Don't know, it's like he's almost stopped.
What's happened there?
I don't know, he's only just rolling through turn one. He's pulling off to the side.
What's happening?
He's starting to go now.
There we go.
That's weird. I don't think the car shut itself off, because you pretty much got to come to a complete stop to reignite it. I don't know whether he's had
a chunk of time there.
Yeah, he's lost 9 seconds there. Whether he's had a malfunction with his gear.
Purple Wave's in the pit, so just keep an eye on Purple Wave. It'd be interesting to see where he comes out in terms with Matchin. I'm on board with Matchin at the moment. And he's coming onto pit straight, and Purple Wave is still in the pits, and he's gone wide again on the last corner.
Oh, he's gonna blow past Purple Wave. Purple Wave's still got probably another 10-15 seconds if he's changing tyres.
Yeah, I definitely think it's good to put wets anytime soon, because the rest of the race is just going to get wetter and wetter. So if I was them, I'd be putting wets on pretty soon and getting the pressures up, because it's only going to get wetter and the tyres are only going to get colder.
I dare say Purple Wave's fixing his damage too.
Yeah,
because he should be dropping, if not now.
Well, Mason down under is about to pass him too and get into fourth place. And there we go.
Yep. And Subs is going to lap him too.
He's had a big crash somewhere.
There we go. He's just dropped.
Yep. Bit slow to get away, but that's all right. He definitely had a big crash somewhere, but...
So Subs has got just over 19 seconds ahead of Shooter.
Yeah, Shooter's lost a lot of time that lap. That's...
Oh, Pickle's off again. Going down to the hairpin.
25-second loss. Yeah.
So we've only got the front two guys to pit.
See, the way it sits at the moment, Sub Envy is almost a full pit stop clear in terms of a tyre change. So
Yeah.
even if Shooter didn't want to change tyres to try and get some time back, Subs is almost far enough that he can change tyres and it will much, Shooter would only be just ahead. So there's not really much Shooter can do here apart from just put his head down and try and close that gap again.
Yep.
And he's going to have to do it on track. So I'm looking at Machin and he's got damage to the front of that car again. So I've either missed it or maybe that's still the damage from before. I'm pretty sure that car looked pretty fixed when it came out of the pit. So
yeah. No, he has got damage again.
So he's had another off somewhere.
Yeah, he'd be angry with himself for those little mistakes, and now he'll be pushing to try to close the gap again. He's probably pushing a little bit too hard, where if he just needs to get that rhythm, start smacking out consistent laps, and he's got to think too, Metal Shooter's still got a pit stop to make.
Shooter's coming in. He's coming in now. Shooter's coming in now for his stop.
Right. So Machin's just coming up to the last back chicane before he starts heading up the hill.
And Shooter's not going to get done for speeding because he almost had that car stopped before the line, so he was definitely good there. So see what he can do, see what he does.
Yeah, well, I'm following Machin here to see whereabouts he will come out once Metal Shooter comes out of the pits. So he's on the back straight now, coming up to the final turn.
Well, he might actually get second place back here.
That's what I'm thinking. Here he comes up to the start-finish line.
I don't actually think he's fixed that car. I reckon he's just slapped tyres on it and he's headed back out. Well, the Metal Shooter's gone down. He's coming out of pits now.
So yeah,
probably
he has
roughly
passed
where
him.
he was before. So yeah.
So it's going to be a good battle now because Machin's going to have to drive with all this damage, and Shooter's just got a nice clean car.
Yeah.
He's just got to bide his time now, close that gap.
Yeah, I would say Machin has decided to not fix whatever damage he has. Maybe it's not that bad.
Yep. Yeah, maybe it looks worse than what it is.
Yeah. His last lap was a 52.1, so he's on the mark anyway. The car might not be exactly too fun to drive. Might be a bit of bent steering and stuff, but he might be dealing with it. Tubbs is in for the pit stop now, but we know he's going to clear it, so...
Yep, he's got plenty of room around him.
Yep. Oh, Subs has missed his pit box.
Oh no!
He's missed it. I'm pretty sure he's... Well, we'll see what happens. It doesn't look like he's in his pit box yet.
I was going to say,
did he have to hit reverse?
Yeah, right.
Yep. But this is why I made the AM series, so these guys can make the mistakes, because obviously, most of as we're pros and we tend to not make these mistakes.
We've been in their shoes, mate. We've been there and done all this, and we've learned. And the one thing I can tell them about it all is just practice. The more time you get in the seat, the more things you learn, the more little tricks of the trade you come across.
Yep.
And these events like you put on here, Tommy, with the amateur series is a great learning curve for these guys.
Definitely. The cars aren't too fast. They're learning the new rules for the pit stops ahead of actually everyone else, so they would have already practiced the new pit stop rules are going to be incorporated into GT3 and GT4, so we're throwing the compulsory tyre stop in the bin.
Yep.
And just having the fuel stop as a compulsory stop, so it just brings in
different time
strategy
factors.
Based. Yep. Yeah, especially for the enduros. The strategy, guys might decide not to change tyres, and maybe just for track position, compared to and then try and hold off the guys where they've made those gains without, they haven't changed tyres compared to guys putting on a fresh set and having to come back through the field again. It's all those things now the guys to think about while they're racing, instead of just having a compulsory tyre stop and it's the same 30 seconds for everyone. It doesn't really change the dynamic of the race, whether if you get rid of that rule and it's just for fuel only and options, leaves the tyre choice open.
Yeah, exactly. Just looking here, Subs is back out, but he's only 13 seconds ahead of Machen, and we've still got 20 minutes of racing to go, so I reckon it's going to be on here with all three of them, because Shooter's closing in on Matching as well, so this is going to be very interesting come towards the end of the race here.
Yeah. Subs is just got to be composed here, not making any mistakes and not getting himself disqualified. I'm getting a bit of glitching as well of everyone sitting in pit lane. Oh, I've just been disconnected.
Oh, no.
I'm back again.
Yeah, that's what was happening to me, that little glitch into the pits and back out.
Yeah, I think we've lost someone.
Yeah, Masso. Masso has been disconnected, I think.
Yeah, I'm getting some pretty bad glitching, so oh, we lost. No, we've got Pickle.
Yeah, Masso.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, Shooter is on for a quick lap here. A very quick lap. So hopefully, but I think that's post pit stop. So it's interesting actually, once you do a pit stop, it basically resets the lap times and doesn't actually revert back to your best time. It just goes to your best time in that stint.
Yeah, right.
So as soon as you've done a pit stop, your delta that's at the top of the screen is the best lap in that stint, not the best lap that you've done in the race. So
in the race, right.
So the times, so the times that they're putting up at the moment, their time delta is for their current stint. .153.2 for Subs. Matching's come through.
53.1.
53.1. Oh, there's nothing in it.
And a 52.4. Metal Shooter's flying.
Yeah, so he's definitely up. So he's closing the gap to Machen. I'd say Machen's definitely carrying a bit of damage.
Yeah. He's running a little bit wide there, Shooter, but he's held it. Very cautious running out to that ripple strip on that sweeper there. You don't want to give it too much gas or the rear end will just step out. Very slippery.
So this is coming up to the back of lap traffic here. This is coming up to the back of Pickle. Pickle's moved over and just... No,
he's still pushing.
Yeah, it looked like he moved over then, but...
Yeah, I think he'll back out here. Yeah, let him pass.
There we go.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, there's no point fighting it for Pickle. He's just way out of it tonight, unfortunately. He's a lap down on the entire field, and that'd be making 2 laps down now on the leaders, so he would not be a happy boy.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't actually have confirmation whether he has fixed his rig, because his son had soccer practice tonight, and he only just got home around 7:30, so I believe he missed half of practice.
Yep.
So I don't know whether he's had time to actually do the calibration setup, but...
Not sure.
Nah.
He was there for... he has been in most of practice, so when I joined, I think the last person to join was one of the Subs, I reckon.
Yeah, right.
From memory. Can't remember now, my memory's not that good and I didn't take too much notice.
So Machen did a 53.3, Shooters did a 53.1, so the gap is still closing.
Purple Wave has had an issue here. He's stopped on the track. Can't see him.
He's at the hairpin. He's floating.
He's stopped.
He's looked like he was caught up on the ripple strip there. He's going. Subs has just gone past him.
I wonder what happened there.
That is weird. It looked like he was stuck on the inside ripple strip. So whether he came in a bit hot, and you can sneak through the tyre barriers there to the hairpin. Whether he's been caught on that, just coming out through there, I don't know. But yeah, no, unfortunately, he's lost heaps of time there. But that means that Pickle's been able to catch back up to him, so these two could probably have a little battle going on here.
I think he's still a lap down.
Yeah, I know, but they'll still race each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's still a lap down on Purple Wave, unfortunately, but he definitely will, like you said, he'll still have a go.
Yeah. Oh, Matchin's gone wide, and Metal Shooter's right on him now. He's going to have a look down the inside here at the last turn.
Yes, there we go.
Flown past him.
Alright, I'm on board with Shooter at the moment. Matchin in the mirrors.
Yeah, I'm on the rear of Shooter looking back at Matchin. He's not going to be happy with that. All he wants now is get a good run out of this sweeper down to the hairpin, but he's gone right wide again.
Yep. So these are your front row sizzles. These guys qualified at the front and now battling for second place at the moment.
I'm just thinking whether that damage is causing Matchin's front tyres to overheat a little bit and get a bit of understeer.
Yeah, I'd say that car wouldn't be much of a drive with that front end damage.
Yeah.
A bit of aero damage, which would be reducing the top speed a little bit. Plus, the steering wheel probably isn't straight, and who else knows what's wrong with the car. But sometimes it looks fixed in this game, and then other times it looks absolutely smashed in. So it's odd, but that's just the game. Coming up to Pickle now.
Yeah, they're going to have to deal with a bit of lap traffic here, so hopefully they can get past. Oh, Metal's gone a little bit wide and taken the tyre bundle out. Matchin's gone up on the inside.
He's past him.
Oh, but Shooter's had a look back on the inside again. They're going to be side by side coming up the hill.
Yeah, probably not the best place to be side by side, this part of the track. But they're staying there. No,
he's backed out of it. He's gonna look for a good clean run out of here to have a look down the inside of the last turn.
Yeah, it's pretty bumpy, that part of the track, and wouldn't be, in these conditions, not ideal to be side by side. But while all that's going on, Stubbs is he's gone.
He's just motoring away.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a 15-second lead now in second place. But Matchin in second place with the fastest up the race, so I think he's gonna keep that.
He's a little bit wide. Shooter's had a nice exit out of the sweeper there. He's right on his tail. He might have a look here at the hairpin. Oh, he's going wide. Yeah, not a good place to be.
No. He's giving it. Oh, Matchin's run wide as well.
Yep. They're trying everything. They're throwing everything at it.
Yep.
But once again, good. Gore Matchin's gone too deep there. Cut the corner. But yeah, at least they're having good, fun, clean racing, trying to overtake each other.
white flag's been shown for these guys, so
I think that would be for Purple Wave. No,
yep.
Subs is dropping heaps of time here. He's losing
He
heaps of
has.
time.
I think he's had it off because that was white flag, which means slow car
Yeah,
ahead. So
he's lost
had it off.
heaps. He's like 6
Yep.
seconds now back to matching.
yeah, he's had an off somewhere there.
So whether he's had an off on those sweeping right-handers coming up to the last turn.
I'm getting glitching again, but he just needs to settle now and just finish the rest of this race.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like he's got any damage, which is good. So he's kept it off the wall. Oh, Pickle's in the walls again. Oh, poor bloke.
He's gone wide again. Brad has he's just kept it off the fence.
Oh,
He's lost the position here.
oh, that's just the Purple Wave. So now we've got all the three
wow.
runners together within 2 seconds of each other, and we've got
He's
9 minutes to go.
Yep, 15-second lead, and now he's it's anyone's race.
Yep. Oh, Machin's gone wide too. So Metal's going to have a look up the inside. Metal's got past
so much
him.
glitching at the moment.
So Metal's now up past Machin into second. 2.2 seconds just behind Subs.
On board with Matcher at the moment. Stephen, the number 44, is in his party at the moment, even though he's a lap down. He's just with these guys, and
He's
these guys
gone
aren't
wide.
passing him.
He's gone wide,
Yeah,
so
no,
Subs has gone through. He's been shown blue flags too. So hopefully he lets Shooter and Machin cruise on past so they can continue this battle up to Subs.
Yep. He probably should have let them all pass there, but...
Oh, he's let one pass. And he's run Machin wide. Oh, Machin's had a big moment into the fence as well. Oh, that's not the way we wanted it. He should have really just let them both take the corner.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. That was going to be a great three-way battle then.
Yep.
Even though Machin still has third place, he's not going to be happy with that.
No. Purple Wave has gone off again, and it's really coming down now.
It does look like there's a lot of water coming down.
It's only part of the track too. It's not all the track. So only the back half of the track's absolutely belting down, and some parts of the track is not running that hard.
Well, you look at it going up the hill here. That looks like the track's dry.
Yeah.
It's just on 2.7 seconds back to Metal Shooter from Subs. And he's doing consistent laps now. Yeah, he's done a 53.7. Shooter doing a 54.5. So whether these little mistakes are just starting to rattle him a bit.
Shooter be pretty hungry for a win now. You can sense it. He got the pole last week and threw it away in the pits, in the pit stop. And I know he really wants this AM title at the moment.
Yep, no, he's definitely hungry.
Yep. So while Machin's, had a bit of a bad race, he can capitalise here and...
Well, still points in the bag for him.
Yep. Well, if Shooter can get himself into first place here, he will take the lead in the championship. So what he needs to do. He needs past subs and to get the lead.
Well, he's got just on 5 minutes to go. So, what's that? Six laps, maybe 7.
Yep. I would say 5 minutes to go. That's about 3 laps.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, 3. Yeah, sorry, 3 to 4 laps, depending on their track position.
Yep. And for the guys that aren't watching and the drivers that may be watching this back, the results will be out this weekend, both round 1 and this round tonight. So keep an eye out.
We've got one person in the group watching out back there, and he's saying, "Come on, shooter!" And he's got a run on him too.
Made a mistake too. Yeah, subs went off on the last corner there.
He's making him go the hard way.
Yeah, he's done the cut back there. But he's gone wide again on the exit.
Yep.
Oh, he's held it. That's right. So no, that's good racing actually. He's gone for the defensive side, so that's smart.
Yeah, shooter just needs to settle back now and just set it up.
Yep, so the pressure's on now. Shooter just needs to force subs into an error. Again, just keep the pressure on, and there's still 2 or 3 laps to go, so keep the pressure on and try and force subs to make an error and get past them that way.
That's it. Well, subs has gone real high there at the hairpin.
Probably not a bad line in the wet.
It is. It's got a good camber on that hairpin, so you can carry a bit of speed up high.
Yeah, shooters.
Oh, yeah. That's that bump I was telling you about. Yeah. That's really vicious.
Yeah. Match's had another mistake here, so
Subs just cut the corner there. Couldn't even get it turned down, so... Shooter's lost the rear into the fence.
Oh no.
He's right, he's back out.
Yep. Just got the rear up on the curb there, and around she went.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look at his steering here, see if he's got anything, see if it's straight.
The pit window is closing now.
Yeah, his steering looks pretty straight.
Yeah, it looks pretty straight.
He's had another off, and that just sums his night up pretty much.
Yeah, unfortunately, not his night.
Yep. No.
Well, like we said, this is that fairy tale story we're talking about, mate.
Yep. I thought he was going to throw it away, but here he is. Started at the back, winning the race. He just this lap plus there'll be one more after this, so he's on the 2nd lap now. He's just a lap and a half, and he's got it. He's got the W. Nice. First win in Shakedown. He had his first disqualification last week, and now he's on for his first win. So
that's it. He's blown all the cobwebs out, and he's gotten rid of all those silly little mistakes. Even though we do have our driving mistakes, we all make them. We're not human if we don't. But he's kept his head down, and like we said, if he keeps his head down and just starts doing these consistent laps and just keeps driving, it's going to work for him, and it has.
Yep. He's another young 20-year-old that makes us all feel old.
God damn. Old enough to be his dad.
I know.
Oh, shooter's cut the grass there at the back hairpin. Oh, and he's gone wide too again. He's starting to, he have a little bit of a shocker. Whether he's just over it for the night. But still 4th. Still good points.
Alright, man. The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Yep, Sub starting the final lap.
Yeah, he's got a fair gap here, so he's just got to keep it clean.
Yep, nice and smooth.
Keep it on the black stuff. Can afford to, you know, be a few seconds off the pace and just bring it home.
White flag being shown at the hairpin.
Yeah, that's
it's Pickle there.
Had another off again.
Yeah, right.
That corner has been his enemy tonight. He's just lap after lap. He just seems to be running wide into the grass and maybe getting the line wrong. But yeah, his confidence would be pretty down at the moment. You know, it might be a 5th place, but you know that's last at the moment and doesn't feel very nice. So
no, definitely, especially when you're 2-3 laps down as well.
Yeah. Yeah, to be two couple laps down on a small grid like this, it wouldn't feel good.
No.
It'd be pretty, and it all started right at the start of the race. You know, running door to door with Brad, Subs, the number 23, and you know, obviously Subs was far enough up to call it a racing incident. I wouldn't, you know, he basically had the front bumper past him and just got too high on the curb, and they just bumped doors, and yeah, unfortunately. Once again, Pickle was just
comes off second best
of another collision. So,
well, we are Subs around the last corner, coming up to the checkered. What a result!
There we go. First race.
The leader has finished the race.
First race win for Subs for the number 23.
Excellent. And Shooter in second. Good recovery. Still,
good recovery from
points.
Everyone. Everyone had their moment tonight. So, you know, if any one of them had a clean race, they would have won the race. You know, it didn't come down to race pace tonight. It came down to who had the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matchin just coming across the line now.
Yeah. Pickle and Purple Wave are just straight to the pits. They just fuck this. I know that would be my attitude anyway if I had a night like theirs.
Yep.
But there's the results anyway. So Subs with his first win. Shooter with another second place. So, you know, I don't without having the scores in front of me, he'd probably he would probably only be a point behind Matchin. Somewhere around that part anyway, so it's going to be close between Shooter and Matchin in the championship now, but Subs, you know, he needs a few more of those to catch up to these guys at the front. Needs a few more wins. But Matchin with the fastest lap, so extra points there.
Nice.
And we've had a few drivers join us.
Yep. Make sure your audio is shared too, mate.
Yep. Make sure you include your audio.
Right, it's included now.
Nice.
There we go.
So talk us through your race, mate. Yeah.
That was hard. Hard work.
That was a scrappy race up. But,
that was everyone had their moment in that one.
Yeah, I know. The winner of a few mistakes, I think.
Yeah, well, we just you'll catch if you watch the stream back, you'll catch the end of that. We only just said that about 60 seconds ago. So basically, wasn't a race pace race. It was a least amount of mistakes.
Yeah, it was drive to survive, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough race.
But
mate, you had a really good race there with Matchin. You know, for quite some time, you're just swapping positions backwards and forward. You know, one would make a mistake and you'd counter on it. Then you know you might make a mistake yourself, and then he'd counter back. You know, really good racing watching that.
Yeah, it was a good couple of laps. That was fun.
We know how much you wanted a race win. I remember you said yesterday, you know, praying on it, but still, nothing wrong with silver. Good points to bank in.
Yeah, I lost my pedals when subs went past me in the first stint.
Yeah,
It's
that
kinda-
was what
they
was saying. Yeah,
disconnected.
we saw you just go through turn one, and you're just crawling along. So your pedals
Yeah.
disconnected, did they?
Yeah, and I was wondering why I'm thinking, has the car gone or is there something gone wrong with it? And I'm accelerating, nothing was happening, and then I just touched the back of the steering wheel and plugged it back in, and away I went again. But yeah, I think subs got like 10, maybe 15 seconds on me.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, that explains that then, Tommy.
Yeah.
We were wondering what happened there.
Yeah, it did it a couple of corners before. It just died mid-corner. I'm like, what? That was weird. And then it kicked back into life, but then obviously I've moved and it disconnected completely.
Yeah, right.
But
But
no, it was good fun.
it was good racing for the most part. Obviously, everyone had definitely an issue at some point, and it was
Yeah.
with watching Matchin with had really good pace at the start, just pull away from you guys, and you
Yeah.
and him just pulled away from everyone else, and then just clicked onto him, and I just saw him on the last corner just into the ball pretty hard, which gave
Yeah,
you the
right.
race lead. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Slippy
definitely-
out
Metal,
there.
were
down.
you on wets at the end there? Were we all on
Yeah, I
wets?
changed to wets. Yeah.
Did you all
I'm
start
not sure
on
if everyone
slicks?
else.
No,
Yeah,
I
I was
don't
on
think
dries
anyone. Yeah,
the
dries
beginning.
to start, but
Yep.
when we pitted, I think everyone went to wets. It was
Yep.
pretty greasy even on the wets.
Yeah. It's hard to get the pressures right. I think I was running around with like 33 PSI tyres. Struggling.
Same. We were all Pickle and I were in a party going, gee, these are burning up like nothing else.
Yeah. Pickle, tell us about your night, mate.
Did
Yeah,
you
it's,
end up getting to recalibrate your wheel on that, mate?
No, you've still got that bad luck attached to you. Yeah, we can kind of see that.
Yeah, we get it, mate. Really do. Yeah.
So who else we got? Purple Wave.
I did send
First-
subs an invite, but
I think
obviously
he's gone already.
Yeah, I think he's
Yep.
gone.
What happened to him in the
Purple
last couple of laps? Did he spin on the hairpin? Did
We didn't actually see where he came off. We just saw that it's